Hello guys, good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday afternoon and we move on to episode 18 here of the Rossoneri Rampage. Now today's episode is very likely to be the final episode in the series of this Rossoneri save. We've got the result from the Juventus game to bring you, and we're also going to do a little review of the season. So let's roll the intro then and get into episode 18, shall we? Hello then guys, welcome back. So, our final game of the Serie A season saw a rampaging 5-0 victory over Juventus, courtesy of a performance from the ages for Andrea Bajic, who finished the match with a 9.5 match rating, scoring 2 goals in the process. So let's go and have a look at the highlights, and I'll tell you there are a lot of them. And 5 goals. So we're just going to have a look at the goals because we could be here all day. This is probably the best performance of the season from us, possibly the Liverpool game as well. So it's Hakan who took the free kick for the first goal in towards Bonucci, gets a bit of a deflection off the defender, and Bajic is there to put the ball in the back of the net. And that was 1-0. That was early on in the game. 21 minutes on the clock for the second, and it was Bajic who rampaged forward, found Giacomo Bonaventura in space, who cut inside, used that left peg to pull the ball back to Bajic, who had a lovely tap in from around the penalty spot area, and he made it 2 with 21 minutes gone. And then it was Nikola Kalinic, 50 minutes, played the ball out wide to Rodriguez, who then played it forward to Giacomo Bonaventura, who crossed the ball into the goal mouth area, and it was Nikola Kalinic who was there, and he wheeled away to the Rossoneri fans to make it 3. A good finish there from Kalinic. A lot of this work is going through Bonaventura, you've got to admit. Now it is Halanoglu who plays the ball forward. Barzali makes a mistake. Kalinic picks it up. Bajic finds Bonaventura, who hits it on the half volley, and that made it 4. 75 minutes gone, and Bonaventura added another goal to an impressive season. Locatelli next to Paletta, played the ball to Bajic. Cutrone, who come on for Kalinic, who picks up an injury. Now Halanoglu played a ball over the top to Barini, who hit it first time on the volley, get on the shoulder of that last defender, and made it 5. What a performance in the last kind of few seconds of injury time. We dominated this game right the way through, and it was a huge win. This, a huge win indeed. So we're now going to go in and we're just going to praise Andrea Bajic, and we've already sent the assistant to the press conference. So let's go and have a look then at how the Serie A finished then for this season. So as you can see on the screen, we won the league by 21 points. It was AC Milan who managed to pick up that title by a staggering margin, really, when you consider it. So they won 31 games out of 38. We drew 4 and we lost 3. Goal difference positive of 64. Juventus sit in second on 76 points. Napoli and Sampdoria over the share of the third. Napoli picking that one up. Now down at the other end of the table, we can see that Verona went down bottom of the league. By far the worst team in the league, and rightly so, they were relegated. Spal also got down on relegation, as did Cagliari, and that meant that Atalanta managed to stay up. Now, I'm not too sure how that one works in terms of relegation. Maybe we should go and have a look at the rules and see if we can see anything here. So, relegation, bottom 3 teams are relegated, but it doesn't say how and why. I can only assume that it is based on the amount of games lost, because Cagliari and Spal both lost 21 compared to Atalanta, who only lost 19. They've got a lot worse goal difference than these two teams. So if you've got any ideas on that, do let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm not too sure, if I'm honest. Lazio, what a terrible season for even Inter, 12th. Inter, Roma, Fiorentina and Lazio. Poor performances from all teams this season, down the bottom end of the table. Now, we're going to have a look at the award winners, and we're going to see that the Serie A Miglior Giocatore della Settimana Under-19 award went to Marco Varnier, with in second place Moise Keane and Gianluigi Donnarumma taking third for a good performance. Now, we're going to have a look at the... I don't think it's been done, actually, to be honest. I think what we'll do, though, is we're going to have a look at the stats, first of all, because, obviously, this is where we want to see things. So, we can see here that we scored 78 goals in 38 matches, 7 of which were from corners, which, you know, it's not too bad, really, considering. We were the least amount of goals conceded. We conceded just 14 goals, keeping 27 clean sheets in the Serie A. That is some defensive performance there from the team. Now we can see down towards the other end that we picked up 6 red cards. Average attendance, we sit second with 47,091, and net transfer spend, we're not up there at all. Average possession, 51%. Let's go and have a look at the player stats then, shall we? And we can see here that top goal scorer for the division was Alberto Palosci for Spal, who picked up 20 goals. Lapadula with 19, with Dybala for Genoa and Juventus. Andre Silva was our top goal scorer with 14 goals. Our average rating award goes to Daniele Baselli, who plays for Torino. Giacomo Bonaventura picks up second spot. Bonucci picks up third. Games won, Donnarumma top of the list with 30 games won that he's been a part of. Andre Silva with 5 man of the matches, 2 behind Dries Mertens, who picked up 7. And Donnarumma was involved in 76 team goals. A very good season by all accounts. Let's have a quick look, actually, while we're here, at Daniele Baselli, who picked up the best average rating. He's a 26-year-old Italian midfielder. He's played a lot of games this season, 31 games. He's scored 11 goals for Torino. He's been very much a mainstay in the engine room there at Torino. So, good performance from him. Let's have a look at Dries Mertens. Obviously, we know a lot about him already. I believe he's got a minimum fee release clause of 27 million. He certainly does in real life. I don't think he does in terms of 26.5 million, actually. Not 27. So, if you're looking for a striker that will bag you goals, both in Europe and the Serie A, you could pick up Dries Mertens for 26.5 million. And I think you do well to get him, actually, because he's quite versatile. He can play on out wide, midfield, or up top. So, definitely well worth considering. I think that's pretty much it, really, from a stats point of view. Let's have a quick look at the schedule then to see how we've got on towards through the season. So we started off inauspiciously in the friendlies. We came back once we switched the tactic around, and we managed to string a good run together. And we went all the way through to Lokomotiv Moscow in November before we picked up our first defeat. Had a couple of draws in between. Then we lost to Vitesse in the Europa League. Juventus, a 1-0 defeat in the Serie A, and then we went on another little run there until Torino beat us 3-0 at the Serie A, at the San Siro. Again, we went on another good run, picking up a couple of draws along the way in the Europa League and a 0-0 against Atalanta. Then we got beat by Genoa in the penultimate Serie A game of the season, but we came back strong to beat Juventus 5-0 in the last game of the season. So the board have us down as untouchable. The board feel you are doing an unbelievable job, and you are clearly putting a smile on the face of every single supporter. Long may it last. So we have impressed the board. We have come here. We have beaten every person that has come before us, really, every team. So we won the Serie A convincingly, and our board expectation was to qualify for the Europa League. We've reached the final of the Europa League, and we beat Liverpool, which was superb, and we've won the TIM Cup courtesy of a really strong performance from Nikola Kalinic. I'm really happy with how this season's gone, guys. I'm very tempted to release the tactic in a video in the near future. If you would like to see that, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you'd like to see more Football Manager 2018 content on the channel. If you like this video and you've enjoyed the series as a whole, remember to leave a like on the video down below so it can help spread more around the community. So that is going to be it then, I'm afraid, guys, for this Rossoneri Rampage series. We've gone 18 games in since the start of the FM18 beta. Had a couple of small breaks in between, but we've finally reached it, and we've absolutely swept the floor with everything in Italy. So I'm going to have a little break for a week or so, and I'm going to think about what we're going to do with our next episode. If you've got any ideas what you'd like me to do, would you like me to see me go back to Romania? Would you like to see a journeyman type save? Would you like to see something a little bit different on the channel? Do let me know as well in the comment section. So for today, guys, that is going to be a wrap for today's episode and the series as a whole, and I'll catch you again soon.